everyone, welcome back to the SuperMega podcast.
Or the SuperMegaCast.
What an introduction.
Yeah, that was...
That's not a word.
That's one of our guests, Julian, along with Ding Dong.
It's us.
They're here together at last.
We got them both on the podcast at the same time, because last time Ding Dong was on, there was no Julian, but now we got Ding Dong and Julian.
I forget what I was doing. I stayed home probably to work.
Well, here's your big introduction.
Quit making fun of me. Listen, I'm stupid, and I can't speak properly.
I have that same problem, Julian.
That you're stupid?
I'm stupid, and I can't speak properly.
I feel like I can't get a good... I can't get a good sentence out without restarting it at least once, because I stutter or I say the wrong combination of words.
Yeah.
This is what happens when non-professionals go into the entertainment industry. You get a bunch of
non-professional. But anyone can be famous.
Lines.
Anyone can be famous now.
Julian, who would you consider a professional Let's Player?
Let's Player?
A professional YouTuber.
Are there? You guys would know. Are there any Let's Players who have been to Juilliard?
Does that count as a professional? Are you talking about a Let's Player that has a professional
classical
job?
training is what I'm talking about.
I've heard people say this too, professionalism in YouTube, but it's like, it's YouTube.
I got my degree in Let's Playing at Harvard.
I bet. Is that a thing yet?
A degree.
I always wondered if
it'll happen.
I could see them giving out Let's Play degrees at technical colleges. And
I could see they could do a degree at some college that's internet entrepreneurship.
You'll
or something.
have a 60-year-old professor coming in and say, "Hey kids, my name is Captain Dishwasher, and I have 1,000 subscribers on my Minecraft channel.
So let's wash this!" And then the video starts.
In every class, he shows you a little bit of one of his Let's Plays and shows you how you can make it as good as his.
And then at the end of the videos is, okay, we're about to change cycles. See you next time. And then boom, we already created one. You want to start that channel?
Captain Dishwasher?
Yeah.
That sounds like a Minecraft.
Remember to like the subscribe in the description. I love your faces, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Remember, you guys
Philip DeFranco
are the reason I'm so happy, and I hope I can make you guys as happy as you make me happy, because I'm happy and you're happy, and I'm sad now because you make me happy and sad.
I need to have a video today to address the audience. You people matter a lot to me. I've never met any of you in my life, but I know you're all going to achieve great things. I mean, look at this. You're subscribed to me.
I'm just saying, those big YouTubers, they always say they love their fans, but some of their fans are rapists.
That's true.
And child molesters.
Statistically speaking.
Yeah. So they automatically love them.
Disgusting.
I think about this. A lot of those Let's Players
are also rapist.
I was hoping we weren't going to start on a negative.
So let's change the topic from pedophilia and rapery or whatever.
Rapery?
I don't know.
You got 3 charges on rapery.
Got a degree in rapery.
But I majored in Let's Play.
I have a minor in rapery and a major in Let's Playery.
They go hand in hand. Rapery was a prerequisite.
It's a prerequisite class. Yeah.
Okay, so if you got a degree in Let's Playing, what would some of the required classes be to graduate with that degree?
There's a specific course called Making the 10-Minute Mark.
We do that, though. And you edited. You edited to that guideline, too.
I'm saying that's a thing, though.
I mean, we're Let's Players, though, so we
exactly.
do it.
I like how people in the comment section try to point it out. Like, it's this negative thing. Like, they're trying to expose
10 minutes. Oh. It's like, I did see that one time, because I watched
it happens all the time.
I listened to your...
It's funny, though, because 11 minutes is the same thing. The point is you're trying to get ahead of 10 minutes. It's not like it's extra effort to cut it down precisely the 10 minutes. If anything, that's more effort to do that.
I know.
I think they're saying that you're stretching out the content from what it would have been like 9 minutes to 10 minutes or something like that.
No, it's always cutting it down.
Yeah, it's always cutting it down.
I know, that's what it always is.
And
do you guys remember... I'm sorry to cut you off. I'm so sorry.
Speaking of cutting, Julian's cutting off Matt.
I am. Don't burp. Do you guys remember when YouTube had a 10-minute limit?
Yes.
And you couldn't post videos that were longer than 10 minutes.
I remember that.
Wasn't it 15?
It became 15.
It became 15, and then they did this thing where you could unlock longer videos. You remember that? Where if you uploaded or you did something a certain amount or it got a certain amount of views, they'd say, okay, now you can upload longer videos.
And then if you get a strike, you can never do it again.
Really? Mm-hmm. Why was length something that they held as a...
I don't know. I assume
thumbnails was something too. I don't know if it still is. Do they still do that?
I don't think thumbnails is anymore, but It used to be
I
you
think
were
you're
just
right.
allowed to upload your own. Then for a while they said no, you can't. You have to unlock that. And now I think it's open again.
Yeah, you had to like fill out a form first, like wait a day for them to email you.
YouTube is very old.
Shit.
Did you say it's
kids?
Because they don't take a day; they take like a year.
Okay,
to
there we go.
respond to you.
Yeah, I forgot YouTube's customer service is not as wonderful as I thought it was.
Once upon a time, YouTube was just a small website where people uploaded little MS Paint animations.
It was akin to funny junk and stupid videos and shit like that.
Stupid videos.
Stupid video. I fucking love stupid videos. I went on there all the time. Do you guys remember any specific good videos from stupid
Papa
videos?
Smurf, can I lick your ass? Yeah, lick my ass, bitch. You don't remember that one?
That goes even beyond stupid videos. That was everywhere.
That was everywhere. What's another one? The Backstreet Boys Are Gay thing was big.
I remember there was a CG animation called, I think it was called A Bad Day or something. And it was a bald man sitting on a toilet and farting very loudly, and he was constipated, and he was groaning, and I loved it.
There was the hippo, the 3D hippo that would fart.
Yes,
Oh, yes.
yes.
Oh,
And you shared the video of the mouse singing that 70s song, I Believe in Miracles, to the piece of cheese.
well, my mom got that as in like a forwarded message within her work community, like for a laugh. And she showed it to me.
lulz?
Yeah,
Ryan, that's a virus.
and she showed it to me, and it just creeped me out. I thought it was scary. It looked terrifying.
How old were you?
I don't know. All I know is I was a little short little fucking thing. I don't know.
A short little fucking thing.
Yeah, that's what a child is.
Yeah, essentially.
Short little
fucking thing. It's a small person.
Just stupid small people.
Ain't nothing but a fucking thing.
That is what a kid is. It's just a stupid small person.
Yeah,
That's all it is.
a fragile, stupid.
They are
small
stupid.
person.
Well, they hurt themselves.
I'm sorry,
too.
children. You just, it's a fact.
Chris showed us the compilation of babies falling down.
I think he's shown everyone that he knows that compilation.
I'm okay with that.
After I first met him, he showed me that compilation. And then I was at Aaron's house once, and he pulled it up on the TV and showed it to everyone.
But half of them are self-inflicted.
I know.
Children want to
They
die.
just like,
They want to hurt themselves.
they
Right
run
after
into
when they want
walls
to
and
die.
stuff.
I don't understand how we got to this point. You're useless up until probably
Well,
years
thanks,
and years
Ryan.
of
That's
age.
rude.
No, I mean, like, a human being is useless up until several years of
should do a
age.
That's true, yeah.
How do we get to this
You should do a
point?
video like
I-
addressing
If there were
your
so many
I can
predators on
explain-
4 legs that could tear our throats out,
I can
how did we-
explain the evolutionary reasoning for
Is
that.
it really
hear it.
because of
Let's-
opposable thumbs?
It's not. It's brains. It's literally the size of our brains. It's that most animals, they come out fully developed. Like, you know, you see a deer, they tumble out, and then they get up and they start walking around. And
Yeah.
immediately born. But babies of humans are they exchange the brain size for like ambulatoriness. I don't know what the word for
I don't
that
know
is.
what that means.
The fact that you can move and be self-sufficient.
Oh, okay.
And
But
so
do you remember the elephant giving birth?
no.
It,
I remember you bring it up all the time, but I don't remember what it was like. Oh yeah, it looks like mud coming
Yeah.
out.
Oh,
I remember
nice.
that.
It can't move or breathe, and the mom just starts kicking it around.
What?
It's out when I try
it
to
dead when
explain
it
it.
comes out?
Because it was a hard rock floor, and it drops like
Yeah.
3 feet on its head onto the ground.
Jesus Christ.
And that killed it, right?
No, it
What?
was alive. But the
It's
mom
easy to
starts
forget
kicking
that
it.
nature
There's a
does
huge
not know what
pool
it's
of blood
doing.
that it's in.
Nature sounds like it knows what it's doing when I use big words to describe it, but it doesn't know what it's doing.
Julian, would you like what could I give you in exchange? How much money would you take to, as an elephant's giving birth, go lay underneath the
You would die.
area
what, like
and
catch it?
let it pour everything out on you, and then you have to let the baby elephant fall onto you?
You would save its life. It wouldn't smash its skull open.
Probably like I don't know, 20,000.
I mean, okay, what about just you got to put your face under it while the shit pours out, and then you don't have to let the elephant land on you?
Why?
Okay, a lot less. Probably
Why-
like
Why 20,000? By the way, like this is a hypothetical situation. He's willing to give you anything. Why would you go as low as 20,000 for that?
I'm trying to be reasonable
Thank you, Julian.
in this hypothetical
Shit
situation.
and vomit and piss. 200, I guess.
And what would it take? Anything? Oh, that's $200.
I would probably gargle piss for like
Julian.
500.
Julian.
Okay, no, hold on.
Julian.
Wait, one by one.
Change the subject.
Wait, okay,
What's the
let's do
cheapest
this.
you actually gargle?
If it's
you don't
fresh.
swallow it, you just get to someone else's
Yeah,
piss,
and then
have
you
to gargle
spit it.
and then you got to spit it. What's the cheapest, Ryan?
3,000.
3,000?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you're getting a lot more money than me.
I do 1,000.
Okay.
I'd do it for 1,000 because I'm not swallowing it. I'm spitting it back out, and piss is sterile.
Tell me this though: how much are they willing to pay you? Are they gonna just go for it?
No,
as much as you want. As much as you want.
Yeah.
Then why the fuck would I settle for going lower?
That's not what I said.
No. Okay, what is the lowest
cheapest.
you would accept?
Yeah.
What is the cheapest you'd accept?
That's what I said.
He did. Yeah, he was specific.
I know, but when I hear that, I think about the fact that they'll still pay anything. I'm not gonna go low because I know.
No, I know.
No,
take
but-
away the hypothetical. What is the cheapest amount? Like if someone offered you, so let's say that they had a dead let's say that they have a set price. What is the lowest set price you would accept? If they said, "I'll give you $2,000 to gargle piss."
Okay, $2,000.
That's your.
Okay, so we're going 3,000, 2,000, 1,000. Julian, what are you?
It was 500. I said
$5?
it.
Okay, 500.
I mean, he just told me 2,000 though, so that's why I said it.
Imagine though, I didn't say that. Imagine someone just says they
This
say
guy
an
isn't
amount.
gonna pay you because you keep questioning him.
probably has STDs.
He's gonna go find some other
probably
idiot to
has
go gargle
STDs.
piss.
Why the fuck is he trying to make
He's
me
gonna be
do
like, this guy's not gonna gargle piss. He's too smart. He's questioning me.
I do have stipulations. It has to be fresh. It can't be old piss.
Okay.
And it's got to be.
Clear or yellow? Does it matter?
No, it's just piss. You don't get to decide if it's.
It's
clear or
got to
yellow.
be like
he's deciding.
it can't be that it's like for like 30 seconds or something. I don't think I could handle that. It would probably just
like
taste
do it
too
like a
gross.
quick little mouthwash gargle. but
Like
it's
just
piss.
have to go and then I spit it out.
What would be worse for you, gargling piss for 1 minute or brushing your teeth with piss water for 2 minutes?
brushing your teeth with piss water for
Brushing
2
That's
minutes.
kind of hard.
But that's less piss. That's less piss.
yeah,
that
that's
gets
less
in your
piss.
mouth. The toothpaste will probably overpower the piss on the toothbrush.
I guess it makes me kind of anxious because I imagine it getting in all the little crevasses.
Wait, I meant to say like I would rather brush my teeth with piss water for 2 minutes because my mouth full of piss for 1 whole minute. I think that's a lot worse than having
Tell me
a
this,
little bit of
Matt.
piss water in your mouth.
Hypothetical.
Okay.
What's the cheapest you would accept being murdered?
That's
$3.
That's not a reasonable hypothetical.
Why?
Because then you die. You don't
Because
get
I don't
the money.
get the money.
You get to be a ghost.
Okay, here's
Oh, I get to be a ghost?
the hypothetical.
I still wouldn't take
it's
it.
spiritual money.
Oh.
You get to take it with you.
What do ghosts spend their money on?
You don't know that yet, and you
Yeah,
get to find out.
exactly.
Ghost
You don't.
jobs,
Exactly.
ghost hookers.
You don't know what the
You don't
economy
know.
is like
You
in
don't
the
know.
afterlife.
Ghost Let's Plays, Ghost YouTube Red.
Yeah, I'd spend it on Ghost YouTube Red. So I get my favorite Ghost Let's Players more ad
That was
revenue.
what Chris did a while back, though, was that he did a hypothetical. It's just like, what would you do if I stuck this in you and I fucking blended your insides and killed you? And it's like,
It was how would you react? He said if I stabbed you, how would you react?
I die. I'd be in a lot of pain and then I die.
I'd be in a state of shock. I think about calling the police.
well, you're dead already, so you're not.
One
doing
stab
anything.
isn't going to kill you.
It
It
depends
wasn't
where
a
you get
stab.
stabbed.
It wasn't a stab. He said what was it?
I remember it being
He
a stab.
said it was a broomstick, and he said shoving it in your ass. And
Oh,
blending your
that's
insides
right.
And killing you.
Ugh.
Shoving
right.
a boot. Yeah, that's gonna definitely kill you.
How far could you stick a broomstick up your ass before it would kill you?
I don't know. It's a hypothetical.
I mean,
That-
it's probably the same length as that guy who got fucked by the horse.
Oh god,
Mr. Hands?
Yeah.
I was hoping we would talk about Mr. Hands.
Why
Also,
were you hoping?
because I like it.
That's
It's
one thing.
I'm
before Julian got
happy.
here.
I'm happy that it like
It's a shared
the
experience.
state of
between everyone.
the state of humanity is that a man got fucked by a horse and it killed him, and he did it voluntarily. Like it wasn't a medieval torture. He chose to do it.
Do the sound he made.
I don't remember. I just remember the guy goes, "Did he come?"
do you think that horse bragged to his friends like, "Yeah, I fucked a dude so hard,
He died.
That is
on
my
the spot"?
Julian, that's my favorite part of that video. It's like the dude screams because he just got like penetrated to death by a horse.
Yeah.
And then the other guy's like, "Did he come? Did he come?"
He's really excited.
And the horse clearly was coming though.
It's true. You can see it.
You could see it.
The horse came inside of his ass.
No, as the horse
I mean,
pulled out, it
that
ejaculated.
scream also, it's not just that he was in the most pain he's ever going to feel, it's the most pleasure he probably ever
Why would the
felt, too.
horse pull out if it was having so much fun?
I
He
think
didn't
this.
want to get pregnant.
I can't get this bitch pregnant.
Oh my God! I can't believe that happened. In the general consensus of the world about that is it's funny. It's like a joke.
Because he's stupid. If you go to the lengths, hey, it seems like it's just a bunch of guys going, wouldn't this be funny, dude? If you fuck that horse, dude, I'll film it. No,
They didn't do it because it was funny.
Hold the camera. Hold the
He
camera.
was horny.
They had a sex ring of people that would fuck
Was
horses.
it?
Yeah.
I just
was.
see in my head, I thought it was just a bunch of frat guys that were drunk, went out
No.
to a stable, and then
See,
filmed
this is
one of
how
them
it
having
starts. They
sex.
sit on a couch, they say, dude, what's the cheapest you get fucked by a horse?
No.
We'll film it. Put it on YouTube.
You know, Mr. Hands was a Boeing engineer. He wasn't a frat guy. He worked for Boeing as an engineer.
He was a
Are
smart
you
man.
kidding me?
I'm serious,
For
yeah.
airplanes?
Uh-huh.
What a... Oh, my God.
So he's a genius.
Yeah.
He figured it all out.
If someone as smart as that fucks a horse, it leads me to think that there's enough room for me to fuck up in life, because...
You're gonna fuck a horse.
Yeah.
Is that essentially what you were just saying? Like, well, if he's that smart and fucks a horse,
yeah,
I
still feel like if he's that smart and fucks a horse, me being as stupid as I am, at some point maybe it'll click and I'll end up fucking a horse or something. I don't know.
Let's be something else. You'll fuck a car.
Well, that wouldn't be bad.
You'll get like a bunch of exhaust pumped up your dick or something.
When you got to squeeze it and it
I could stick the gear shift
blows
down my urethra.
It blows little rings and it does that Disney sound effect where it goes.
Does it cough too?
Yeah.
No, I can't. I cough because of the sound effect. It made me.
You all right?
Yeah, it made me cough.
Made you come?
Oh, it made me come. Wait, Julie, make the sound effect.
What sound?
Make the sound effect. Oh, I just came. That's the sound of someone coming. like little puff.
It's like, when you touch a mushroom, there's certain mushrooms that when you
touch,
they
release
shoot out the little clouds of spores. Well, that's how humans reproduce.
It's a real mushroom now.
What if your dick acted like a Venus flytrap?
And it closed and...
Yeah.
How would that work? It would have to be open to begin with.
No. It only opens when it's hungry.
Right.
When it's
horny.
horny.
You ever see the movie Teeth?
I did. Vagina dentata? Is that what it was called in the movie?
Ugh.
I seriously did see the movie, and
she bites it off, and he's trying to put it back on, and that always confuses
then his dog eats it.
That always confuses.
Is it supposed to be a comedy? Because I always got the impression that you were supposed to take it seriously, and so I was like, I don't want that.
It's just overall a stupid movie.
Yes,
I don't know if there's a set genre.
It's a movie that you bring up in a situation like this. You say, hey, there was a movie about a vagina that had teeth, and they go, okay.
I haven't seen it. Is it a medical condition or is she possessed? What is it?
No, I have no idea. It's a medical condition she's had since she was a kid because her and her stepbrother used to diddle each other, and then her stepbrother cuts his finger on her vagina teeth, and then later he tries to fuck her later in life, and she bites off his dick with her vagina.
Yeah,
and then his dog eats his penis that was just cut off on the floor after he tries to put it back on or some shit.
And then it's kind of like the opposite because then the dog's teeth turn into penises.
The dog's mouth
and
turns into
those
a vagina.
Penises have teeth. And those teeth grow vaginas.
I don't want to see that.
I don't know if I'd watch that movie. That one might be a little too much for me.
You watched Sausage Party.
Yeah,
they're both equally as ridiculous.
That's a good point.
Oh my god!
Chris watched that. We were working
it.
He turned it on for fun. No, he turned it on while we were editing videos.
How's
he turned
that
it on
for fun. How's that for fun?
No, because when he's doing his 3D modeling stuff, he puts on movies to watch.
But they're always so bad. He watched in a row. He watched Indiana Jones, Crystal Skull, Jurassic Park 3, and Sausage Party.
I'm surprised he could sit through all that, but he was really upset about having to watch Showgirls.
He sat through Showgirls though.
Yeah, but he was really frustrated.
But he was
by
really
it.
horny too.
But
that's true. He kept saying how hot she was.
I asked Chris, I said, why are you watching Sausage Party? You hated that. And he's like, it's just entertaining. It's like, why? You have the internet at your fingertips. You can watch any movie that's ever existed.
Entertaining.
It was not entertaining.
I wanted to leave in the first 10 minutes, I remember.
I remember just, because what was the first word of the movie? Was it
shit?
Fuck? Was it fuck or shit?
It was shit.
It was shit, okay. It was
right
Seth Rogen going, shit!
Because before we went in, we were already predicting a lot of the jokes that ended up coming in. But that was the one, was are they going to try to be subtle about it and lead into it? Or are they just going to right out the door start it with something
and they
shocking?
did.
And they did.
Right out the door.
There was the funny Nazi mustard.
Yep.
And he's talking about the juice.
Like juice.
Get it? Similar to Jews. Yeah.
They repeat the joke
and then one time
so
they say those crackers and they're talking about...
And then the crackers goes, what? That's the food that I am.
But it also means white people.
They did that every single time.
That movie was so many food puns. And I couldn't tell.
It's like,
what were
you're not going to know what the joke means.
I want to be able to defend it. I want to be able to say, I liked it a little bit, but then I always remember when we were walking out of the theater and I was like, it was okay. And you were like, what did you like about it? And I couldn't list anything.
I was surprised by the movie reviewers on YouTube that were, I was surprised. I thought this was going to be nothing but senseless, dumb
I've heard
stuff.
People say
and then it
it's because the fact
people started saying it had a deeper meaning.
The fact that it had a message to it impressed everybody.
Yeah.
It's
the religion message?
It's the South Park thing.
Yeah, but South Park does it way better.
South Park does it better.
Are you trying to open that?
Go ahead, open that.
Just open. It's been open.
Just open it.
Just open. Don't.
Nobody's gonna know what's happening.
What have they talked?
Ding Dong's trying to open a Diet
He would
Coke
scream and he would say,
bottle.
my brain.
Yeah, what if when you
bottle
opened it,
of
it started
Diet Coke.
screaming?
It'd be really funny.
That'd be terrifying.
It'd be really funny.
It boosts our Let's Play views up by 300%.
Would it?
The more yells a Let's Play gets,
Yeah,
the more views.
more yells.
The more you on a Let's Play, the better it is.
That's pretty good.
Add more. Come on.
Whoa!
I almost made it that time.
Why don't you guys play more horror games?
I don't know. Well, there's not that many good.
Why don't you guys play some horror games?
There aren't that many good horror games, are there?
Meat and fuck?
Yeah. What is that?
Me and Fuck Kingdom 2?
What the fuck is this? What are you talking about?
Horror games.
Those aren't.
saying horror games.
Oh, I get it. I get it. I got it. The puns. Whoa.
Oh. Wee.
Didn't you say you played some arcade game that was very not safe for work at a family arcade?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I went to a family arcade and they had Miss World 96, also known as Miss World Nude 96.
But you said nude was really small.
Yeah, but...
Let's play that as a series on the channel.
There's big tits already on the title screen just staring at you.
All right.
There was in the arcade for everybody to... It was on a huge screen, too. Like,
It was.
Everybody could see it.
Granted, it was at the back and nobody was around,
Were
but
they
it
real
was.
boobies or were they?
I'm pretty sure they were. Yeah.
They were the real deal.
Were they censored?
No.
No.
Oh, it was just tits with nipples.
Yeah.
And I don't understand that because it means, like, what? You're going to an arcade to get a boner in public and jack off in front of a machine?
Yes.
No, you go off and jack off in the bathrooms. It's like it's a constant line of people.
But it's a family
You know what?
arcade.
It's very clever because
you have to pay tokens.
yeah, at that arcade you have to pay tokens to get in the bathroom.
That's what they're doing.
But on the opposite end of things, the game's also notorious because when you play it, the way it works. Have you ever played Jezz Ball on like a calculator?
Jizz ball.
No.
I
played Block Dude or whatever
it's
that was.
that you're moving around the sides of like a picture and you need to try to fill in all the gaps by drawing a line without getting hit by anything while drawing lines. And
Oh, yeah.
the way that it works is that if you're doing bad, the game turns the picture of the beautiful naked lady into a horrible monster with like a million faces coming out of her bleeding and screaming. So I don't get it. Like, is it supposed to be denying you? Like, is that?
Well, yeah, that's the idea, but I don't think
It's a little tease and deny.
I don't think anybody would enjoy it.
At that point, it's like, okay, I just fucking looked at that for 2 minutes, and now I'm seeing boobs for maybe a second. I don't think that's gonna do anything.
I think they're
for
just trying to
anyone.
keep you to keep playing because, like, oh, see the boobs again, and it's that quick instant
that 1 second of
gratification.
it.
Honestly, they probably just didn't expect like anybody to care enough.
It's probably just a joke.
Also, what I don't get about stuff like that, for example, a porn theater, I don't get that. Why would you go to a theater just where you're going to sit in a room with
see
a
porn?
bunch
Yeah,
of other guys? Like, you
you
can't
can't
jerk off or
or
anything.
people
Because
watching
they
porn.
didn't have the internet. It's not like anybody could just go watch porn.
No, but they have magazines.
Yeah.
Magazines isn't the same as video.
But they
Is
still
this- this was-
exist.
You can
That
ask the people in the theater to jerk you off. Everyone else, they're all horny.
Like Pee Wee Herman.
Exactly.
And
That's
then you got in
exactly what I was
trouble
going to say.
for
If
it.
you jerk off in a theater, people will make jokes about you for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I get that, but also, like, well, I get he's not supposed to be jerking off, but at the same time, he is at a porn theater. Are people surprised that happened? I'm not defending people.
That's the way that I always heard it phrased. Like I remember when I was a kid and I was like, I like Pee Wee's Playhouse, and my mom would be like, yeah, don't watch that. He masturbated in a movie theater.
Yeah, I always heard movie
And it's
theater.
like, what? He was in a porn theater. He wasn't in like fucking watching Bambi or something.
He wasn't going to see like the nut job or anything.
fucking
I honestly missed
Schindler's
that episode
List.
of Pee Wee, so I'm kind of lost.
we watched the holiday special.
It was all right.
I thought it was
Is that the one on
pretty good.
Netflix?
It is. Yeah. Well, it was. No, we didn't watch it on. I don't even remember.
No, have you
was
seen
it
the
on
new
YouTube?
Pee Wee movie on Netflix?
We have
People
not.
have been saying it's good or whatever.
I
love.
I wasn't
Pee-wee's
interested-
Big Adventure, and we watched the holiday special, and it was. What would you say about it? Because I liked it a lot.
I like that it's weird. They're funny. I like that
It was poking fun at itself,
And, like,
for having so many celebrity guests.
he
too.
leaves. That was the
Yeah,
main
because
joke.
she was singing.
She was singing the 12 Days of Christmas, and it went on for the whole episode, and they always kept cutting back to her. It was funny.
Wait, so I've never actually watched Pee Wee Herman in full. So it's not actually
he
a kid's show,
masturbates.
right?
No,
He
it's
sits in his big chair and masturbates.
originally it was like a stand-up routine,
Yeah.
right? And it was adult themed. Like
Okay.
it was adult jokes and everything. And then they turned it was
Big Adventure.
Big Adventure came first before the
Yes.
show. Okay.
Yes.
So then Big Adventure, then the TV show, and then
It was like a Mr. Bean type of thing,
Where it's
wasn't
not for kids, but it's not explicitly for adults. It's just kind of for
Mr.
anyone.
Bean flicked his bean in the movie theater.
Imagine Rowan Atkinson doing that.
I don't want to.
And then you look over at him and he does a goofy, funny face, like.
And then
like
Scrappy comes out of his head and reveals himself to you.
What?
Scrappy Doo.
What?
He says,
He was in the Scooby-Doo movie. Comes out of Rowan Atkinson's head. You fucking
Sorry, I forgot.
dumbass.
I haven't seen that movie in so fucking long.
It's a good movie.
I don't want to.
Such a good movie. It's the best Scooby-Doo movie ever.
Y'all like Johnny English?
Yeah.
It's Rowan Atkinson's best role.
Mm.
You know what? You don't like Johnny English?
No.
Why?
Get Smart was better with Steve Carell.
What about Inspector Gadget?
No, Inspector Gadget 2, where they have the female robot, and he gets a big, like, fucking boner.
Go Gadget boner.
And he goes, go Gadget, boner.
And there's a boxing glove on the end of it and punches her out a window.
I always forget Matthew Broderick played Inspector Gadget.
Yeah, why?
Like
What sort of
you would think
casting
it's
is
so
that?
weird because he was so Ferris Bueller's Day Off was such a big role, and you would think like, wow, this guy's going places. He's gonna be such a big actor after this. And then what else is he in? Inspector Gadget and what else?
Something.
Like, why did he never take off after
Inspector
that?
Gadget 2.
Did he get blacklisted or
No,
something?
it was a
He was in
different actor.
Lion King.
Was it?
Yeah.
Is a different actor? In
He's
the
been in a
It was
lot
a
of
different
big
actor.
stuff.
Oh,
Has he really?
He was in Lion King.
Was he really in Lion King?
Yeah.
Who was he?
He was
the
Simba.
king. He was the lion.
Like old
He was
Simba?
Simba.
He was not Simba.
Yes, he was. He
What?
was older Simba.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
I thought he
you
was
fuck with me
Jonathan
too
Taylor
much.
Thomas.
It's not.
You fuck with me so much. I can't believe this. He wasn't in Lion
Oh
King.
my god.
Ryan just gave me the most penetrating stare I've ever received in my entire life.
Lion? Like he's
Oh,
lion?
Oh!
Oh, the new one came up with James Earl Jones.
When is that the live action remake?
Wait, James Earl Jones was.
He was in the original
Yeah,
one.
he's so it's good.
He was
Donald Glover's gonna be
Mufasa.
Simba in the new one.
Yeah, they're doing a live action remake, and Donald Glover is the.
They're doing it for. They're gonna do it for.
He's the
Don't
first
don't
one
act surprised
on
at this
the
Oh
point.
IMDb.
wow,
page.
you're actually right. Wow.
It just seems like so much effort for something that's gonna be really.
Everybody will say it's good. Everybody loves these live action
That's
Disney
true.
movies. I
I
haven't.
hate him. I have not liked a single one.
I cannot express an opinion because I haven't seen
I
it.
saw the ads for the Beauty and the Beast one and how over-designed they made.
They are,
everything in
yeah.
it, and how dramatic they're trying to make it feel too.
Wait, is Jon Favreau directing the Lion King one too?
No, Jon Favreau.
Ow, Jesus!
What are you doing?
Julian.
You hit me.
You were hitting me. You're popping
So,
me on the head.
We have the Lion King live action thing coming out. Then we have the Mulan one. I know Oliver Twist is getting a remake. With
Jesus.
Oliver Twist.
Why are they doing all
They're
this?
doing an, except it's going to be with Ice Cube or something. I think.
What?
You mean
if the
Oliver and Company, or what are you talking
No,
about?
no. Oliver Twist, the orphan.
They didn't.
The musical.
That's not a Disney movie.
I know it's not a Disney movie. I'm just thinking of a remake.
Oh.
And they're doing
okay.
Song of the South with Ice Cube too.
Oh my God.
I wouldn't be surprised. They're doing Oliver Twist with Ice Cube. They're about as ridiculous.
When are they going to remake Song of the South? We're getting all these.
We-
Lion
wa-
King didn't come out that long ago.
Do you want to talk about Song of the South? We watched.
I guess we
22
could.
years
I feel
ago.
like it was long enough ago that I don't know if we'd remember anything interesting about
Yeah, it's
it.
a really boring movie.
The little kid is really ugly. I don't understand
Are
why.
you bullying him?
I don't understand the casting that the Disney live action movies had for childs.
They kept Uncle Remus out of the theater when it premiered.
They did.
Did they really?
Yeah.
They did. It's because it was a segregated theater.
And even
Like,
though
it
he was
was
like
in-
one of the main characters, they're like,
Yeah,
wow, that's fucked up.
that is.
Did people jump when he first appeared on screen?
They went, oh,
Is that a real one?
It was
there's a face floating in the darkness.
that's what it was weird. They would do lighting like that. They would hide his face in the shadow so only his eyes were coming out. And
Are you serious?
I'm serious. They
That's
would do that
creepy.
repeatedly, and not only that. Oh my god! Because I remember we were talking about before watching it. Like we've seen it before when we were younger.
Yeah.
I didn't remember it.
And
being-
there was a very interesting thing was I think I saw it when I was like 18 or something or 17. I saw it online and explicitly I went into it going like I want to see if this is actually racist because this is always what I heard. And as a teenager I was like, I don't see anything wrong with it. This seems fine. And then we watched it again like a month ago or something. And
What did the
Ding
kid-
Dong and I were both like, "Oh my God, this is
What did
awful."
the kids say?
He says, you tell the best stories in the whole United States of Georgia.
Do you think everybody who appeared in that movie is ashamed of themselves? Like anyone who started?
Probably.
No, they probably still have the same mindset.
You think so?
Like they did before.
It's possible because
You
I
look
mean
at-
that was
if you
like
look at a
50 years
90-year-old
ago.
woman, is she going to be like progressive with nowadays standards? No, they're going to be still in the same mindset from.
Well,
like,
I think Ding Dong's probably just thinking of that small black child specifically.
Oh yeah, maybe, I don't know.
I mean, being told to do a line like that, I feel like even at the time you'd feel weird about it.
Yeah.
They're always really peppy though. They're always really happy. They're always
it's
and when they think the small child died, they're all outside the building.
Yeah, all the
strangely dubbed over with
white people voices. It's really obvious.
Really? Wait, what?
There's the small white child who's the main character of the movie. He gets injured at the end of the movie by a bull, and it's really funny.
A bull?
A bull.
Oh, a bull.
A cartoon bull?
No, a real life bull runs him down.
I thought there were cartoons in this movie.
There are, and that's the only good part of the movie.
It's the original Space Jam. It's a mix of cartoons and real life.
Okay. Do they play basketball?
Mm-hmm. Yes, because black people, and so as he's like resting in his bed in this big plantation house, all of the surrounding black people. I don't know. We don't know if it's supposed to be set post or during slavery, but
I'm pretty sure it's during.
It seems like it, but they all
because I thought I remembered it being post, but watching it seems like
it doesn't seem like it. They don't really drop.
Well, I'm gonna look at when it takes place, and I'll do the math.
Okay.
Yeah,
because it could go either way. It really could.
Do they sing the Song of the South at the end?
I mean, they're just constantly singing,
yes.
And all these they all sing. They all show up to sing hymns to the white child.
Aww.
And I remember saying too, like, if my child's fucking dying, I would feel really weird having all these people surrounding him singing from the outside of the building.
I'm sure the kid doesn't like that. Think about it. If you're a kid, and
if
you're
I was
dying,
dying and I'm hearing that shit around me,
it's gonna scare you.
It's not gonna give me any confidence I'm gonna make it.
I know. That pretty much tells you you're dying. If people are,
he was all right though. He was all right. Everything was okay. Uncle Remus came in, and they
shot a couple hoops with the kid, and he felt all better.
Bill Murray showed up, and he went ta-da!
Da 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 da.
Wait, you guys have this on VHS?
No, I don't. It never got released on VHS. It was.
I know someone that has a DVD of it.
Okay, sorry, but it says it was taking place during the Reconstruction era.
Okay,
so
but it's like very shortly after slavery, when people sometimes still didn't even kind of go by that.
That's why it was feeling like it could have gone either way. They don't,
because it's still a bunch of black people all living on the property.
Yeah, it takes place on a plantation.
Yeah,
not to mention that they're giving orders at points.
That's true. I mean, that's what made me feel weird about it was that the grandma's always, or the mom, she's like, you dirty black man, stay away from my son.
She doesn't say that, but she's
really bitchy about it.
Yes.
She's really bitchy about it for no reason. And then immediately she feels really bad.
Oh, well, that's good.
Also, the small child is
written very poorly.
The small child's very easily impressed by stories that are not interesting in any way whatsoever. Like, what was the one?
Sounds like people that listen to this podcast.
The one story was that the rabbit says, "Please don't throw me in. I know you want to kill me, but don't put me over there." And then they put him over there, and he's okay.
Brer Rabbit?
That brother rabbit.
And then after the story, these two bullies they say, "I'm going to tell your mom," and he goes, "Okay, but don't tell your mom." And they go, "What? We're retards. Okay, we're going to go tell our mom. Oops, now we got punished. What?"
What? Is that the exact line they say? Oh, no. We're retards.
The script, the reading of the script, like at the table read, must have been perfect.
They were allowed to say it back then.
Wait, did they really say retards in the movie?
They said it in Fat Albert.
They didn't. It's not. We're joking.
Do they really?
No.
God.
In Black. No, in Fat. Wait. I almost said Black Albert. Do they really?
They do say it in Fat Albert. They don't say it in Song of the South. They do say it in Fat Albert.
Yeah.
When do they say it in Fat Albert?
We were watching a bunch of Fat Albert episodes, and there was an episode called The Mainstream, and we didn't know what it was going to be about, and we're all like kind of guessing about it, but we ended up watching it, and what happens is that they have a new kid, because they always have a new kid in Fat Albert, and he's just acting kind of odd.
He's not even acting odd. He's just sitting there, and everybody says he's acting odd.
He's quiet, is all it is. He's just quiet. No. He doesn't look weird. He's just very quiet. And then the teacher pulls Fat Albert out of class after school, and it's playing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star behind her as she's talking
on a fucking little xylophone.
Yeah, and she's saying like he's well. And Fat Albert just keeps, because they do those close-ups of his face.
Really, really close-up where he's doing the slow
Get to the part where they say retard.
That's what happens. She says he's retarded. And Fat Albert looks horrified.
Fat Albert goes,
He looks really
his mouth goes agape.
Is he
he's
doing
horrified
that because of the reaction to the word, or because like, oh my god, he's not as smart as
No, because he's retarded.
okay.
Yeah.
Because that's I mean, it's not like retarded is the wrong term.
It's not the wrong term.
It's
No,
the literal definition. It's just how it's been used over the years and everything. But no, it's not shocked that she said that. It's because like, oh my god, he's subhuman. And then that it keeps coming up throughout the episode because Rudy starts making fun of him.
He starts
God,
going,
what a piece of shit. I always hated him when I watched the show.
No, he doesn't.
He does.
No, he does. You hold your arms up like this.
I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious.
Show me that part in Fat Albert where Rudy goes,
Come over. We have the DVD. I'm dead serious.
God, fuck the
And
Cosby
Fat Albert
kids.
says, he's retarded. He goes, oh, is that why he acts like this? And he crosses
and he goes,
his
"Duh."
no way. No, he doesn't.
And the kid is right at the door and starts crying.
He starts crying.
And Fat Albert says, he's retarded, and he may be retarded here, but he's not retarded here.
And points to his heart.
That's a real thing that happened.
Fuck, I gotta watch that episode. That's great. Isn't there an episode of
But at the time, that
Arthur?
was breaking.
Yes.
Yeah.
We watched the making of, and there was like, what was it? The Board of Education. The guy was saying like, oh, it actually, it was wonderful. It was a great thing that they had at the time. And when they sing the song, sing "Dopes are for dopes" for 3 minutes, it means the kids won't do drugs.
Dopes are for dopes.
There was an Arthur episode where there was a kid with autism, right?
Yeah.
It was like a rabbit with
remember.
autism. Asperger's.
In Fat Albert, there's a rabbit.
No. In Arthur.
Oh, okay.
And he scares the kid and he starts crying. He's like, what did I do?
He goes,
No, he stopped.
he does.
No, he does. He keeps saying
I've seen it.
Do these portrayals of like mentally handicapped people, are they always in like early cartoons?
It's that he brings a dummy and the kid's afraid of dummies.
That's what it is, yeah.
And he
Yeah.
freaks the fuck out and runs to the corner and goes,
Yeah, he does do that. And then the mom's like, you didn't do anything. He has Asperger's syndrome. And then he has to like explain it to him when he feels really bad.
Sometimes he just malfunctions like this. We can't help him.
Jesus. He really likes trains.
He does. He's also a little asshole. They make him look like
he's just a fucking jerk to everything.
That's right. They make him out to be just a piece of shit.
Yeah, he gets really mad about everything all the time.
I mean, he's just an asshole to people.
And he's just like, give me juice from a box. I like trains.
Not from a cup.
I don't like brown.
Jeez.
He just says stuff like that all the time. And it's like, why is this character trying to be friends with him?
I don't know, because they got to set a good message.
It's kind of a real life problem. I don't know how to deal with that sort of person.
Time, when you're showing that to kids, I don't think it's making them like feel bad necessarily.
They're not making a connection.
Well, yeah, I would say that
this kid's an asshole.
I would say that if you show that to a 7-year-old, they're gonna be like, oh, this kid's an asshole.
Yeah, I would say that the problem is they don't show how to deal with that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like they don't have like an acknowledgement of like, listen, these people they don't have the socialization skills, and you got to know how to cope with that.
They tried to create like a situation to help kids because it was like, oh, it's like going to an alien planet and you're not used to their standards, and because they had the whole
I remember.
They compare people with Asperger's to aliens.
Well, that's what they're saying is like they have a dream sequence and it's like, oh, it's like going to another planet, and Arthur is like, he was doing something.
I don't remember.
He was doing something goofy. And so he starts laughing. He's like, that's not funny. That's what we do. And that's like what the idea is supposed to be. Is like, oh, they don't pick up on these things that everyone else would be well aware of. And that's why they're having a hard time socializing. But to a 6-year-old watching it, they're just going to keep thinking like, oh, so they're just dickheads.
But that seems like that's maybe the best way they can explain it to a 6-year-old or anything like that. Like, what's a better way to explain autism to a young kid?
I wouldn't know. Yeah, Fat Albert.
You gotta make a Fat Albert episode about it.
They'll sing a song.
Because at least Rudy's an asshole.
That's That's kind of a good point.
That kid does absolutely nothing wrong. Only Rudy's an asshole.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but I gotta hand it to Fat Albert on this one. I think they did a better job than Arthur. Or as Julian called it, Black Albert. I almost said Black Arthur.
Because it's whichever one is more prominently like visible. He's fat, so he's Fat Albert. But if he was skinnier, he'd be Black Albert.
Yeah, he would.
It's whichever one is more noticeable.
But they're all black.
If he was a homosexual, it'd be Gay Albert. Like it would just keep going down that spectrum.
It'd be Big Gay Al.
Big Gay Al.
Oh, yeah. Did they
Full circle.
Did they ever? Did you guys ever watch Lil Bill? Or is it Little Bill or
Lil Bill?
Is it?
It's Little Bill. But
Little Bill.
I knew it existed, but by the time it was on, I was too old for that kind of thing.
You're thinking that they can't speak English, right? That's what you're going to do.
No, I just thought they were rhyming it. Lil Bill.
It's Little Bill.
I think it's
Did you ever
Little
watch
Bill.
Little Bill?
I watched Little Bill.
Like twice.
I used to watch it every other morning while eating some French toast sticks.
Was there an episode
dipping
about
in
the little
syrup.
retarded boy?
No. They every episode was just Lil Bill does something, and then his dad goes, "Yeah, you got to do it, or you're not responsible." And then his mom goes, "Listen to your daddy," and that's the episodes.
Now drink the special juice.
Is this the same universe as Fat Albert?
No.
I'd like to think so.
I'd like to think so.
It'd be funny if it was.
Little Bill goes to the junkyard,
Yeah.
meets all the boys, and they make fun of him.
What
and then look
what
at
is
porn.
with that, by the way? Because they're trying to like teach values and everything, but they go to the junkyard and they swim in the
And they
mud.
never bring it up.
And every episode, every other
They do
episode,
something really dangerous.
They build a wooden slide.
Yeah.
And remember the one time, there's just a huge rock wall in front of the wooden slide, so they're sliding off the wall to smash their faces on a...
On a brick
Wait,
wall.
are they homeless?
No!
What, do they ever go home to their parents?
Yeah,
and
they
stuff?
do.
Do you see
But
their
their parents
parents?
Rudy goes home to masturbate.
Oh yeah,
Is there an
That was a-
episode about
that's an episode.
masturbation?
There's an episode about he gets like they get porn magazines.
I fucking
and Fat
hate that
Albert.
one,
Fat
too.
Albert's like super against it. They're all like, "Whoa, look at this!" And it doesn't matter.
That's not okay.
That's what he says!
Yes,
No
yes,
way.
yes.
Is that what he
I'm
said?
That's what he
serious.
says.
And it does the close-ups of his face where he's just like all upset.
No.
It doesn't make any sense in that episode because there's no real lesson. This kid, there's no ulterior motive.
Yeah, that's true. This kid just comes and he
just comes,
distributes. He's like,
he gives free porn out.
"Hey guys, look at this," and then
He's just being nice. And what happens at the end of the episode is Fat Albert rips all of his magazines to shreds and gives it back to him. It's like, what the fuck? He gave you
it's
this
a
for free.
big
like,
dick move.
just don't read
Big
it,
dick
Fat
move?
Albert. The guy was being nice and giving you a porn mag.
Julian.
What did he say?
He made an offensive joke.
What did he say?
I'm sorry, everybody.
What did you
Julian,
say?
what did you say?
This is my formal
Fat Albert.
formal
What did you
apology.
know how old Fat Albert is?
That was what
How am I
was
supposed to
weird
know?
about the episode to me is that what's the little short
Smack the
one's
shit out of
name?
both of you.
You shouldn't give like a 3-year-old.
I
He's
came
not
on your
3. He's
face.
like 4.
Are you done? Are you done?
I'm just waiting to see. Like, I'm trying to understand. What did you say? Do I need to cut it out?
No,
Are you
it
sure?
was a joke. He's being a jokester.
I don't even know what it was.
I said big dick.
that's an offensive joke. I gotta
No,
cut
you
that
gotta
out.
cut that
I
out.
gotta cut that out.
Cut that out.
But you saying you're gonna come on his face? That can stay in.
Your face. I was looking at you when I said it.
Why are you saying that?
You've got the front of your face.
I was trying to see if anything I would say would get y'all's attention.
He's sitting on the outside of this one.
I was hearing it. I
I was just looking at y'all. I was like trying to get y'all's attention just with a question and to answer to see what was going on.
Do you do that in public too?
Just like to get someone's face.
Is that how you get the waiter?
Officer, I'm gonna come on your face.
They'll look if you say it. It's like, officer. Oh, he'll.
Whoa, what? Oh, okay.
Now that you mention that, do you need any help? Yeah, could you jerk me off so I can come on your face?
No, absolutely.
Certainly, sir.
Up to it.
I'm a public servant.
I'm a public servant. Oh man.
We got pulled over by a cop or Uber.
Yeah,
got
you
pulled
did.
over.
Your Uber got pulled over, didn't it?
Why? Was he speeding?
It?
He cut off the cop. Was like they were trying to.
Oh, you
or
know,
something.
the cop could have probably just went, oh well, you know.
He could have.
He could.
Like
They-
everybody has to deal with people who cut them off.
They
But
were
the cop-
both- yeah.
But the cop has the power to charge someone $500.
They were both being like uppity. They were trying to shout each other down, and it was
Really?
really
What happened?
awkward.
What happened was that it was the stop sign, right? He didn't stop
Yeah.
at a stop sign and just went for it and almost got hit by the cop. And so the cop came over and he was
Okay, now
calm.
I can actually see why he pulled
He
him.
was calm for like the first second, and then the guy started arguing, saying, "Well, that's not what happened, officer. I actually went through just fine." So then he started shouting at him and everything, and they just got into an argument, and then he started laughing at him, like the driver was laughing at the cop and everything. It's like, okay, great.
You're gonna
Wait.
get out of that one perfectly fine.
Are you talking about like the type of laugh where someone's losing an argument?
Yes.
And then, okay.
So he's like,
okay, yeah.
yeah, all right.
All right.
So he wanted all of his information, and we were sitting there for like 15, 20 minutes, and
He ended up okay. He didn't get a ticket.
Did he talk to you at all? The officer?
He said I'm sorry because he goes, I was gonna let you off with a warning because I see you got your fare, but you had to. What did he say? He was like, you want to go argue? You got to argue with the
court.
with the
With the
court,
judge.
with the judge.
yeah.
And then he looks at us and he goes, "I'm sorry, I know you guys got somewhere to be." And we were both really embarrassed. We didn't want to apologize, or we didn't want to.
Did you have to pay more because of that stop?
You got a refund.
We got a refund.
Okay.
Because it wasn't just because of that. Earlier, like the very first block when he picked us up, he almost hit somebody and they honked at him. He was just doing it left and right.
Oh, I've had Uber drivers who were terrible at driving.
It was Uber X, and it was a $28 ride, and it wasn't even that far that we went. So
why? It's usually cheap.
I don't know. It's late at night sometimes. Because last night, remember?
It wasn't late. It was like 7.
I know, but
this is a boring conversation.
No.
Well, I had an Uber driver that made me read him the directions because his GPS wasn't working. So I had to look up the directions to some place on my phone and read out like, okay, go right now, and then how long before next left?
You said go right, and it says left is right.
No.
I've had Uber drivers. It always like. I'll be going somewhere that I've never been, and they'll be asking me like for directions, like what's the best way to go, this way or that way? And I'm like, I have no idea.
Follow the GPS.
You have a phone.
They have a GPS. I don't get that.
The GPS calculates traffic and everything. Just follow the GPS.
Maybe there's
like little secret shortcuts, like duck behind the alley, go over the building, drive through the loop-de-loop, go over the big ass ramp, Tony.
Fiddy.
We finally beat it. That felt
yeah,
good.
That's right. We could talk. We've been meaning to talk about that for an hour now. We were gonna open up with that.
We beat Blood on the Sand, the 50 Cent game where he goes to the Middle East. And if you haven't watched that yet, go watch episode 1 right now. It's with these guys.
It was like, you should play Bulletproof. I'm like, nah. Because if this was the better game out of the two.
Yeah.
Was this the better game out of the two?
Oh, yeah.
I kind of want to see how broken it might be.
I kind of want to play
Bulletproof
for like 3 weeks.
More boring. Then someone else is playing. I'm not playing. You can play the whole time. I am not
We'll be
subjecting
playing it for
myself to
20
that shit
hours if
again.
I play.
Something I always hate to with these games, because we played Catwoman way back Johnson. We played Catwoman, and
I think that was the first thing we recorded with Chris, wasn't it?
But that game has the weirdest controls. Like the jumping was R for some
I was
reason.
editing that. It was horrible.
You have to do all these weird movements to get anything in it to work. And what I hate about that is when people are watching it, they're seeing you just messing up like, oh, they're really fucking bad at this. But it's like, okay, pick up the controller, you feel it, and get a good understanding of how this actually plays. Because that was the thing with 50 Cent, is that you see like, oh, he ran by the wall and ducked behind it. But it's like, that's not intentional. It's because everything is mapped to the A button. If you're trying to roll, it won't let you do it, and you grab onto the wrong wall and kill yourself because of it.
It's like cover, rolling, picking shit
Almost
up, like the
everything,
posters.
yeah.
Like a lot of stuff is mapped to A.
And I said that at one point too, like, is this Sonic Adventure? Because that's what they did too, and that was part of why that game was so bad, was everything was mapped to the same button. Everything was the B button.
Yeah.
So if you were trying to do one thing, you would sometimes do the wrong thing, get yourself killed because of it. Like, it's not a good idea to ever do that, but they did that for 50 Cent.
Well,
it's because they only paid 50 cents to the programmers.
Let's each go around
in the bargain bin for 50 cents.
Come on, let's each go around and name one thing we actually appreciate about
Yayo.
50 Cent Blood on Sand, okay? Yours is Tony Yayo.
It's yayo. Yayo, like
It's
mayo.
yayo. God.
It means crack.
If it's not clear, people, I said yayo because it sounds funnier. That's it.
That's
Why
the
would he
joke,
wanna be-
guys.
That's the joke, guys.
That nobody really...
Why would he want to be associated with mayonnaise?
Mayonnaise?
It's because mayonnaise is slang for crack a knees, dude.
It's slang for
I don't-
Japanese.
I don't know what that is slang for.
Apparently, yayo means cocaine or something. so-
Crack in Japan is crackanese.
And they say yayo, give me the yayo.
I don't know. Did you get? Oh, someone. We saw a video someone posted. It was interviews after Blood on the Sand came out, and it was.
They're gonna say 9/11 for some reason.
Nope, not at all. It was.
I don't know.
He must be gearing up for a good old 9/11 gag
50, I
again.
don't know. 50 Cent.
Matt's famous for those 9/11 gags.
50
me?
cent 9/11.
It was
'cause
Lloyd.
numbers?
It
I
was
don't
Lloyd
know.
Banks, and
Because you looked really uncomfortable as you were leading into it.
did I?
Your eyebrows were raised and everything. You're like,
I get a little nervous talking about it.
Kind of like
I mean, 50 Cent probably had a weird interview about it. Look at Kanye West with what happened in Katrina and everything.
Okay, if I'm being honest, I looked uncomfortable because I'm a little bit scared talking about this topic.
Why?
Because I'm scared.
Oh, 'cause we're
50
worried that
Cent
they're gonna come after
or
you.
Tony Yayo are gonna come fucking kill me.
that's not a joke. You actually there's a little bit of fear inside of you.
There's like 10% of me that's scared of 50 Cent and Tony Yayo. Well, I'm not scared of like
What?
Lloyd Banks or
Yayo.
Woo Kid or whatever his
Yayo.
name is.
Yayo.
Tony Yayo.
It's Who
Yayo.
Kid, because who
Is it Who Kid?
Who is kidding?
It's two.
They don't even
It's
know
two
him.
O's. It's like Woo. It's not Woo Kid.
I don't know. I just
Oh,
like saying
okay.
the names wrong.
But it's an
funnier.
interview. It's an interview with Tony Yayo.
Who kid? Who?
And Lloyd, and I think it's Lloyd Banks, and they're sitting there playing Blood on the Sand, and Lloyd Banks is like, man, they got my tattoos, that's so unreal, and he's like pointing at the screen, and then Tony Yayo is talking about how, you know, when you were a kid, you could have your Nintendo, and you'd have to, now you've got it right in your home. And he's talking about Blood on the Sand. It made no sense. He was talking about
I tell you, with super-powered machines like the Sega Saturn.
They were acting like video games weren't a thing.
They were acting like this was
game.
brand new.
They were like, man, you can play video games. No, the big thing they were saying is you can play with other people, and that's fucking incredible.
It's like a gun trigger on the back of the controller.
They
were blown away that you could play co-op.
And that you could play it in your home. He's like, you could play it, like, now you got this in your home. It's like, this is the Xbox 360. This is not new. You've had video games. He mentioned you used to have Nintendo or something, and now you've got it in your home. It's like, you had Nintendo in your home.
Yeah, that's the...
What are you talking about, Tony?
He's not a real gamer. He would be an awful Let's Player.
He was wearing big goofy glasses.
Tony Yayo,
fake
not a real
He was
gamer.
wearing those were gamer glasses.
What are they called? The
Piss glasses.
the ones that are like,
It's just yellow.
Piss glue.
what are they called?
It helps not get headaches.
Says you.
I don't
wear
get-
them every day.
I don't get as many headaches because I used to stare at the like fucking white screen all the time.
For 2 minutes, I have a headache immediately.
Well, you gotta get used to them. I don't know what to say. I wouldn't wear them if they gave me headaches.
I think it's giving you headaches, and because
I haven't had a headache.
Oh, this
while wearing-
feels different. You're assuming that it's curing something when it's actually making it worse.
Are you trying to say that it gives me a different type of headache that I like more?
You're fucking crazy.
I'm fucking crazy for wearing.
I'm losing my mind wearing these glasses.
Just listen, you're the one who doesn't drink any water and you only drink Diet Coke.
I drink water.
And then you have
You
headaches
say as
all
you're
the time.
holding a fucking, what is that, 2 liters
Diet
of Diet Coke?
There's water in it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, well, no shit. It's a liquid. Most liquids have water inside of it that you can.
So what are you trying to say?
You don't get hydrated from drinking Diet Coke.
No, he doesn't. I've tried to.
My piss is clear.
I've tried to explain to him.
No,
Yes,
it's
it
not.
is.
No way your piss is
Julian.
clear.
I've tried to explain to him the
piss is clear.
the concept
My
of
piss is clear.
diuretics, and
My
he doesn't
piss is
understand.
clear.
Let the man
Julian.
talk. Let Julian talk.
My piss is clear, Julian. You've seen it.
Is that like your conscience is clear, your piss is clear? I want that to
Julian,
catch
you've
on
seen
as
my piss. It's clear. Julian, is it clear piss? Here, let's get both sides of the story. Okay,
it's
so
clear.
It's clear piss.
It's not totally clear, but it's clearer than mine.
Okay, now
Mine is like fucking
And
bright
you drink-
yellow, and I drink water all the time. So I don't know why that
more
is.
hydrated.
Julian, if he drinks more water,
but his piss is yellow.
Yeah,
that just
I don't
may
know
be
who to
that
side
ju-
with on this one.
I mean,
it might just be like poison. I don't know.
What?
Like
What?
Maybe I have like a
it's 'cause
shitty bladder or liver or
it's
whatever.
because you're not white. Like the tint of your skin tints your piss a little more.
The melanin.
Like how black
Yeah.
women make chocolate milk for their babies.
Yeah.
Well, on the subject, anyways.
Wouldn't that mean that white people make strawberry milk because it's pink?
No,
doesn't
not
make any
pink.
sense?
we're not pink. Look
You're
at me.
pink.
We're not pink.
Look
at the pink
skeleton.
person. It's a pink
That's white.
It's a pink people. Pink person. I can't find that video anywhere.
I don't know what that is.
It's if anyone can please help me find a video. It's a video of some dude they're interviewing. He's an African. They're interviewing him, and he's like, he's pink. He's looking at some white guy. He's like, he's the pink person. He's so pink. Why is he? No,
pointing to Patrick
He
Star.
he legitimately says, I think verbatim, he goes, "Why is he pink? Why is he pink?"
You're doing
I love
an
it.
Indian accent.
I don't know.
Why is he
Why is
pink?
it pink?
What's an African accent? Why is she pink? I don't know.
I don't know.
Pink, pink, pink.
Why is it pink?
It's because you're putting him on the spot now. You're trying to get him to do something offensive, aren't you?
We need a little blackmail for Julian.
We need a little black male for Julian.
That's what I thought. That's what I actually
That's what
thought you meant.
That's what I thought you were saying too.
All right, if
I-
anyone's listening, it's a little blackmail. Send in your applications. We're
Or if you have a
accepting
link
them.
to that
gonna-
video, please send it to me or make it apparent what it is.
I'm reminded of.
He's a pink person. He's pink.
I'm reminded of this one time when I was in grade school and I was carpooling with
little black male.
a fellow classmate, and they said, "Look, there's a mail truck," and for whatever reason my brain didn't work, and I thought, "What does she mean? There's no female trucks. What does that mean?"
Did you just get back from watching Cars 2?
No, that was before cars existed.
There are female trucks, Julian.
Wait, before Cars existed? Whoa! How old are you?
I'm 29.
In Las Vegas,
you're
they
not.
drive around those trucks that have the hot girls on the side.
Yes.
There are female trucks.
Throw out fun collectible Pokemon
The little
cards
stripper
or whatever
Pokemon
those are.
cards. Yeah. Do you guys ever been to Vegas?
That sounds awful.
There are stripper Pokemon, like they're collectible trading cards for strippers, and there's thousands of them.
Oh, I
and
see
they just
what you
throw
mean.
them out on the street for people to pick up in every street corner.
I don't want to touch those.
Like when I've been to Vegas, I'll get a stack of them about that big because they're just different strippers with phone numbers on them.
We should go to Vegas sometime.
Let's
I've
all
been
go to
meaning to go
Vegas.
for a long time. I've
We
never
should all
been.
go.
I would never really recommend anyone to just go to Vegas.
I want to
I'd
go to
go
Vegas.
again.
I've got to see Vegas Vinny and touch the
I'm saying
spike.
I'd go. I'm just saying I wouldn't recommend it as a fun fucking place to.
I think it's no more fun than for.
She
I
didn't
think
get to
2
see
nights.
Vegas Vinny.
but she was there. She was a
It's
goddess.
true. She was
Vegas
there.
during the day is awful.
I
It's
think-
just gross.
Yeah, I think 2 nights in Vegas would be the max where you'd have fun. I think you could like experience it, be like, whoa! I remember we got our motel, and the first thing we saw were 2 girls making out in the hot tub.
It takes one day, and it feels like you've been there for a year. I don't know why.
Oh,
Whenever I go
100%.
into Vegas and leave, even if it's been 12 hours, it just
So
feels like
it's a
I've been
time
there
warp.
for so fuck. It was a time. It actually was. I think there was a casino thing in Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief in the books, like some casino where Vegas was like a time warp or some shit. That was similar to
I'd
what was
believe
that? There's a story. It was a what was the epic?
Oh, lovely
Oedipus?
lady.
No.
Oedipus
The
is when he
Odyssey.
fucks
The
his
Odyssey
mom.
where all those like hot women distract the men.
The sirens.
The sirens, yeah.
I'm
They-
pretty sure that's the Odyssey.
That's
yeah.
Odyssey.
Yeah.
Let's see.
That's not the one where he fucks his mom.
That's Oedipus.
Yeah.
Oedipus
That's,
Rex.
Yeah.
Because he gets to edit pussy.
Whoa! Hey!
This is a good pick.
Hey, welcome to the series. Whoa.
Oedipus!
I'm happy I can be in a podcast where we can discuss Greek mythology.
Do you like Greek mythology?
It's not the mythology I'm the most well versed with, but I like mythology in general.
I think Greek mythology is the most interesting out of like all the other religious.
It's got a lot
beliefs.
of good stuff. You got a lot of cool monsters.
But what about modern mythology, like Spider-Man and Superman?
Would that be considered modern mythology?
They're probably gonna.
That's
look
what
back
people
1,000 years from
generally
now.
people are always like, oh, it follows in the tradition of Superman is the modern Hercules.
I think
and
modern
stuff like that.
mythology is
in
more
1,000 years from now, they'll look back and probably make assessments like that. Like,
I'm fine with that.
they wanted to be a
SuperMegaCast.
strange flying man.
I think modern mythology would be Mormonism and Scientology. Those two are definitely
we
very
got handed
new.
a thing for the Church of Scientology when we were going down.
If
the
you live in
street.
LA for a week, you get handed.
Yeah, that's just a
I know.
thing
I
that happens.
kind of want to go.
I get excited every time I see like a pack of Mormons biking around.
Pack of Mormons. Bloodthirsty.
Do you like the Bible?
I kind of.
Why are they witches? What
Me
is
too!
They go on little. They're on little broomsticks.
They're going around like,
Have you read the new one?
We've got a new one.
they're riding little unicycles.
They're on little broomsticks.
they're on broomsticks. They have little top hats on.
Their briefcases and shit.
I love Jesus!
you know what? I would become a Mormon if that happened.
Because they're families. They bond together.
Did you know you get your own planet when you die?
We watched those children videotapes. Remember, they were the animated videos.
The
on
Mormon ones?
Mormonism.
Yeah.
I've seen those.
The one is on the guide of like, okay, we're gonna send our 7-year-old daughter to go door to door to spread the word of Mormonism, and like they had all these lessons for kids to go and do that. And
Was that Mormonism?
it was Mormonism.
That was that.
Have you, like, there's the animated ones. Have you seen the one where it's
She throws-
explaining Mormonism and it shows when God comes to earth to have sex with Mary and he just knocks on the door and she, like, slowly opens it and he's just
I've not
standing
seen
there
that
staring
one.
at
Haven't
the
seen
camera
that one.
and he blinks
We
and then they have
watched
sex.
one that was an animated perspective from like a child learning Mormon values, and one of them was he got a toy of a wizard, and his mom was not in approval of it because that's
She got
magic.
really mad.
It's magic, and you can't have magic in the household. And she smirks at the camera too, like she's being really
Yeah, she
catty
comes.
and
She
bitchy
in the
about it.
language of filmmaking and like what you learn from cartoons. It seems like they're trying to play her as being evil.
Yeah, because the kid just wants to have his fun toy, like he's just having fun, and it's just a wizard and everything. And she's like, well, oh, it wasn't Mormonism. I'm a fucking idiot.
That's what I thought because I don't
It
think
was
that's a thing in
Jehovah.
Mormonism.
It was
I
Jehovah.
thought
Jehovah's
so.
Witnesses.
Yeah.
That's what it was. I'm an idiot.
I didn't think
Why
the
did I say
Mormons were
Mormonism?
were a stickler on that stuff.
No.
They're usually quiet and just riding their.
They're
units.
Chris?
Yeah.
They
They go, hello.
they don't approve of the gays anymore.
The Mormons?
I didn't think they ever did.
Did they ever approve of the game?
No,
They went back on it.
Because isn't Mormonism just essentially Jewish people is like Old Testament, Christians New Testament, and then Mormonism is like the third new fucking
that
book
Joseph
of the
Smith
Bible.
wrote, and then they took it away, and he couldn't rewrite it. It would be slightly different.
He didn't write
discovered
it.
God wrote it.
God wrote it, put it on the golden plates, he dug it up.
That's right.
I can't believe that's the actual story and everything too. That really is it. Is that here it is. I can only see it. And then
they said, okay, if it's
his wife like takes it away and everything.
She said, if it's real, you'll be able to write it again.
Exactly, which perfect logic.
Right.
Takes it back. I can't read it, and God is very angry.
He's mad because you took it away,
now,
so it's different.
Oh, all right, I believe you.
Yeah, I don't.
Sure, why not?
South Park did the best job explaining Mormonism.
Which, by the way, that's not a joke. That whole
animated.
It's the same thing with Scientology.
Yeah,
they explain each religion, and it's very factual.
Yes,
it's correct.
Both of those were correct.
Well, I'm not saying like that stuff actually happened. It's
That's correct.
No,
Scientology is real. Mormonism, all that stuff, that really happened.
Xenu's real.
Xenu.
You think Xenu
Warrior
listens to our
Princess?
No, that's Xena.
Xenon, the Z sequel.
Wait, do you think Xenu listens to our podcast?
No.
Do you think he watches Let's Plays?
No.
Who's his favorite Let's Player?
He likes Let's Plays, but he doesn't like us. He wants to watch Pro Jared.
Xenu likes Pro Jared.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
That's his only subscription.
What else was in the Jehovah video though? Because that was the one was the wizard toy.
That was when she said "Satan."
Yeah,
Satan.
Yeah, and she
Satan or Satan.
She says Satan because she has an accent. That's all.
Because the kid was so excited, like he's got a new toy and everything, and the mom is like, "You have to."
Is that the one where she goes? She sounds really passive aggressive,
yes,
and she
that's
goes
what I was
like,
saying is that she's being really bitchy about it, and she smirks at the camera at one point, like, and she's like, "Would Jehovah like that? No. So what must we do for Jehovah? Throw it away."
Oh God.
And she throws it in the trash. Yeah. She's so happy. She goes, "I'm so proud of you." Oh. And the kid is just sad the whole time.
He's sad, and then his friend comes up to him and says, "Do you want?" Because it was the. No, that's a different one. I'm thinking of where he gets invited to go to an amusement park.
That's the Mormon one. The Mormon one is that he gets invited to go to a theme park on Sunday. But Sunday is a special day, so he can't go. And
then his friend comes and he's like, "So you ready to go?" And the kid's like, "I can't go." And he goes, "Okay, bye."
And what does he say? He's like, "I wonder if Tony wants to go." He says that.
That's right. That's
Tony.
I think it's more biting.
The kid is so fucking sad. It's all he can think about during school and everything too. He's so sad that he can't go, and he keeps like begging his parents, like, "Please, just this one time." And they're like, "We can't. Sunday's a special day," and they won't be specific.
They won't say why.
They keep saying Sunday's a special day.
They even set it up that it's supposed to be an explanation. He goes, "Why is it a special day?" And they just go, "Because it's a special day. Because it's a special day."
We stay inside. It's Sunday is special.
It was very disappointing. I'm sure that there's a reason if you were to actually explain it.
It's so depressing to watch it. The whole thing is really, really depressing.
No, I remember back in elementary school, like the only Jehovah's Witnesses I knew, they didn't celebrate holidays. So on the calendar where everyone's birthday would be, the Jehovah's Witnesses, their kids wouldn't be on the birthday calendar because they didn't celebrate birthdays, they didn't celebrate Christmas, they don't celebrate holidays.
That is. I have a friend. Or I used to have a friend. He was part of that, and he didn't get to celebrate nothing.
Yeah,
which is sad for me because I love holidays so much.
I know
Halloween is my favorite thing in the world.
I think everybody's aware of that when they've come by the apartment.
Chris made fun of me for.
You have a big fucking like pumpkin face.
The entire apartment is full of Halloween decorations.
Do you carve jack-o'-lanterns every year?
I missed it this year, and we still have the pumpkin.
We still have the pumpkin.
I know. Every time I come over, you show it to me. You say, "Do you want this?" The inside is probably a disgusting black rotten mess.
Is that what I sound like, Matt?
Yeah. Do you want this?
You know what you sound like?
What?
A fucking skeleton demon.
I sound like a skeleton demon.
Sound like Skeletor.
If only. I wish I sounded like Skeletor.
We watched.
Was that Doug Walker? Sorry.
We watched the He-Man Christmas special. That was fun.
It was fun.
That was fun. They kidnapped 2 children.
I will say that they did.
Well, they did.
I want to make it clear my opinion on Filmation. I think they're really awful at what they do.
That's the same people that make Fat Albert, right?
Yes. But as with Fat Albert, it's always so crazy and weird that there's a huge charm to everything that they do. Everything that I've seen.
Like Illumination films.
I don't know if I'd say that.
I was not serious. I hope no one actually thinks I'm fucking serious.
But I've been.
You actually took that legitimately.
I had to think about it.
You had to think. Minions, Despicable Me.
I would probably like Despicable Me a lot more if it weren't for the theme. I have huge problems with the theming of Despicable Me. This is getting into super fucking nerd territory.
What's the theme? What's the theme that you have?
Overcoming cancer.
The idea is exactly
overcoming cancer
because he's bald
and he's trying to cure cancer. That's why all the minions are bald because they're going through chemo too.
Yeah, exactly. It's the dropping the theme of evil in, like he's supposed to be. They always say evil. They don't say, oh, he's a mastermind thief, for example.
Yeah,
they say he's evil. Being evil in this universe just means you steal things. It doesn't have anything to do with like being callous or hurting people or anything.
Elementary school definition of a villain. Like,
I'm gonna go steal a candy bar.
I've always had a problem with that. I feel like it's a really important thing to like not fool kids about like.
Did you wish Gru could murder people? Like in the movie,
yes, but
the kid in the beginning, instead of popping his balloon, he just sticks the needle in the kid's eye.
I would be happy if that happened, but I understand
he pops the kid's head like a balloon.
I understand they're not going to do that. I'd be really happy if they did.
He was having a
It's fine that they didn't, but
I wish there was more blood in it. Where was the blood?
It has nothing to do with anything in the story. The story it's one of those things where it's like, oh, I want to take advantage of somebody to do a thing. Oh, but it turns out I love them after all. Like, number one, it's a trite story. It's been done to death. And number two, it has nothing to do with any of these elements that they're setting up.
It's a movie for kids.
Well, at least, I mean, come on. Miranda Cosgrove was a voice in it, so that's a plus. Was she really? Yeah. She was one of the sisters.
Fuck, dude, I'm hard now.
Ugh.
Jesus.
By the way, I was trying to bring it up this whole time, but when you were talking about how 50 Cent and everyone, they were playing their game, it reminded me of how at E3 the one year it was Ice-T. They had Ice-T for Gears of War, and they were showing off like, this is the new Gears of War. We got Ice-T here to play it with us.
Why?
And he's just holding a controller wearing sunglasses, and he looks like really confused because he's not playing. It's one player.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he's standing there on the side thinking like, am I doing it?
I know.
It reminds me of like handing the controller to your little brother like, oh yeah, look, yeah, you're playing too. You're playing as the bad guys.
Every time
they probably just told him that.
He probably believed it too.
Am I this giant monster right now? Shit, what am I doing?
Damn, I'm so good at this game.
Every time I see an interview or like one of these things, they're always wearing sunglasses. Is that just because they're high usually? Or is it just because they just want to wear sunglasses?
Likely.
They always edited the footage of that E3 presentation because he was saying like, Ice-T was saying like they're finally bringing it back to bring back the Morgorg. The
Horgorg? What are you talking?
He was trying to say horde mode.
Oh, okay.
And he says the Horgmorg.
The Horgmorg.
It sounds very ominous.
They should have named it Horgmorg.
Can I look up Horgmorg and see if I can
know if you'll find
it?
it. That was the problem. It was really fucking funny when it happened live, and then when I went back to watch it, IGN, everybody who re-uploaded it, they all cut that. I'm wondering, like, did he come to them directly?
He might have
cut that out. I did not say Horgmorg.
Listen up. I did not say Horgmorg, right?
He gets his friends Fiddy and Yayo to come in. Does Tony have his own solo thing going?
Yes.
What's it called?
Tony Yayo. He's just a rapper.
He has his own like music and shit.
Yeah. You know, in Japan, he's Yayo Tony.
Is he really? No, I get the joke. You gave me such a disappointed look when I said, "Is he really?" You thought I was serious.
He's rolling his eyes right now.
Matt,
Yayo Tony.
Matt, you fall for everything.
I don't. I knew that was a joke. Well, I fall for everything because you guys always say all this stuff that's borderline believable.
Leave the poor kid alone.
Well, I mean, yeah, I fell for that and that, but
because you guys are always tricking me and making like goofs out of me.
Don't tease him. He looks so sad now.
Hey, Fat Albert.
He's looking down at his thumb.
Fat Albert actually did say retarded. That did happen, Matt.
I believe that.
It was Ryan that didn't believe it.
I didn't believe it.
Ryan.
I'll watch the episode. I still am kind of like iffy about like the way you portrayed it. Like I don't believe they went. Like I don't think they did
just
that.
You wait.
Just I wait. Are you like, oh, he's in for it.
Well,
he's gonna be proven wrong.
What's weird too about the kid is that he doesn't act.
No, he's just a normal kid, and sometimes.
In fact, it's grossly exaggerated how it is in real life because they're just like, oh yeah, he functions the same way. It's
an exaggeration of the mental illness.
Yeah, because they're just saying everything's just slower for him. So it's like someone will say, oh hey, and he'll go, hi.
No, everything's slower for him is like, hey, I'm Black Albert.
It's not Black Albert. It's Fat Albert.
Why do they bring that series back.
They tried.
The first episode.
There was a movie.
Never mind. No, nothing.
The movie was fucking atrocious. My favorite part about the movie is it ends with like a live action shot of Bill Cosby and his friends walking through a graveyard, and then it fades to black with Comic Sans that says, what does it say? Directed by Bill Cosby or whatever?
It was listing off all the real Cosby kids one by one too.
In Comic Sans, and like it was a black background with
which, by the way, the Cosby kids are based off of his actual friends, and I said this after we finished watching it too. Like, wow. I'd fucking hate to be Mushmouth or Dumb Donald or any of these people that
you're just a
fucking idiot.
This is what people now know you as. Bill is making fun of you and put that on television, and this is now who you are. Oh yeah, you're
for like 30 goddamn
Mushmouth.
years.
You're the one who with the limp wrists and the buck teeth, and you're brain dead. That's what I think of you.
That's true. Did he get their permission?
Mushmouth. Yeah, you are fucking Mushmouth.
Did you think he got their permission first?
They looked really depressed.
Well, some of them were dead, though, right? Some of the original Cosby kids. So they never got to see the wonderful masterpiece of the live-action Fat Albert movie with Kenan Thompson.
They probably died while playing in the junkyard with Bill Cosby.
Yeah, they got tetanus.
If they were still alive, they'd need 2 dicks.
I forgot
he said that. I forgot he said that.
Said what?
Bill Cosby told Kenan Thompson, during like post-production of the Fat Albert movie, told Kenan Thompson, son, when this movie comes out, you're gonna need 2 dicks.
Don't you think that's weird? Like, you know, a movie when a character's at his top and he has like women around him. Do you picture Kenan Thompson dressed up as Fat Albert? Like, man, I've made it. I've made it to the big leagues. Leonardo DiCaprio, watch out, here I come.
He did a Fat Albert rap number. Remember that?
Yeah, that was.
Everyone was into him.
It made a lot of girls get into him.
He's gonna need 3 dicks.
Was it for Nickelodeon? Was it for like?
It was in the movie.
Was it for Choice Awards?
No, if I ever watch that movie with my girlfriend, I'm not letting her watch that scene.
What?
You loser.
Which rap scene?
Oh, yeah.
She might like him too much.
Oh yeah, you weren't there to see it.
You didn't come watch it with
Once
us.
you go Black Albert, you'll never go.
It's not
Back Albert.
Back Albert.
Back out.
They're all black. Is that what they're gonna call everybody that? There's Black Harold.
Ashy Harold.
That's the Proud family. That's the gross.
Oh my God.
That's true. That's true.
That's why they say they're blue in the Proud family, because they're ashy.
Yeah.
That's not a joke.
Lotion. And Penny Proud needs some lotion, you know what I'm saying? Oh my God. Is that racist? Is calling them ashy racist?
Yes.
How's that racist?
No, it's going to be contrived as the same thing as saying nappy hair. It's going to be contrived as the same fucking thing.
No, Dave,
that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's legitimately racism. I'm not. Oh my God. I'm not saying it's legitimate racism. I'm saying it. Let me fucking talk. I'm saying it'll be contrived as racism. And
Ryan,
shit for
they're
it.
fucking blue.
Dave Chappelle did a sketch where they were like playing professional dice in the hood.
Yeah,
One of the guys
and he
was
would
like
blow into his hands because he was so ashy.
Yeah, and all that it would go in the air because he was so ashy.
What was his name?
It was like Ashy something.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
Now, go on. What?
We watched the Kwanzaa special where
Oh my God.
it's the angels of heaven who come by.
I think we've talked about the Kwanzaa special too much.
Everybody hates Chris at a Kwanzaa special.
Well, have we talked about it on the podcast though?
This podcast?
We watched it again.
We've never been on this podcast.
We've watched it
He
again.
has, you haven't.
Okay,
It's your first time.
We watched it again recently, and it's even worse than I remembered it because we talked about it in a Crash Bandicoot episode. But it turns out also they were vegan. They're a homeless family who decided to be homeless, even though they don't need to be homeless. That's what they told them.
He has a job, but they're homeless.
Yes, and he also gambles. But
that's right.
But he doesn't care about material possessions. Also, they're vegan. Also, they really insist oh. You people with your big house and your China and everything, you're so materialistic. We're above that. By the way, my husband's gambling on a sports game. By the way, can you give us money? Money? They're begging the whole episode. Jeez. And then the one's advertising a book that she's obsessed with 24/7. That's the fucking episode. It's so weird. And it makes it come off that's the message of Kwanzaa is give up everything that you own and just be homeless with your family because at least you have family. That's the message it gave off. It was really fucking weird.
Well, that's a lot of messages, though. Money isn't everything, family's everything.
But they fucking gamble!
Who? Yeah?
Have you ever celebrated Kwanzaa?
Have you ever been to an arcade?
Do you know what emoji
You've gambled.
is? Do you know what emoji is?
Emoji?
I use emojis every day.
Yeah. And Harambe.
Oh my God.
That got ruined.
We're really sad that the Harambe meme thing happened because
Harambe
we got a big kick out of saying Harambe all the time.
That's tied to Kwanzaa.
Yeah.
So seeing that the gorilla has the Kwanzaa name now, it's okay, great. Now you can't ever do that again because the fucking gorilla ruined it. Yeah. Which, by the way, everyone on the internet, thank you, by the way. You really ran that one into the ground.
You're telling
Is
me.
there any? There's no other way for a meme to die. It doesn't just slowly dissipate. It's just again and again and again and again.
The perfect way of measuring if a meme is dead is if 10,000 Americans vote for them on the election
2016
ballot.
election, one of the most historic elections of all time.
When it becomes funny to like moms on Facebook and shit, that's when you know it's gone a little too far. Into
your mom text you and say, "Wake up, Ryan, Harambe."
she texted me with a "Good morning, sweetie," and it was a picture of the kid being dragged by the gorilla.
With a little gorilla emoji.
Yeah.
Harambe kid?
What's his name? Do you know his name?
Ryan McGee.
What if his name was Ryan McGee?
I'm the little black kid that got dragged around.
No, what if his name turned out
He wasn't black! Now you're making assumptions. He's a little white child.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
Harambe kid?
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't.
He was not
He was
black.
a little-
I mean, he was not
yeah,
white.
He was a little black kid.
I thought he was white.
I thought he was white. Look it up.
Okay.
Look it up.
He was white.
No, he's not.
I thought he was, but
I saw it so many
He was
times.
bald, and he was a little black kid.
He was white. He was white.
Nope.
I'm searching Harambe kid.
If he's white, what are you gonna do?
say wrong.
What am I gonna do? If
What does that look like? What does that look like to you, Ding Dong?
It's a conspiracy.
Come on, load the images. What? Oh, it's a little white kid, isn't it?
Wait.
Look at that look on his face.
No, we have to. He has to say he's wrong.
I
He has
could have sworn.
Say you're wrong.
What? Come on, Ding Dong.
What's his skin color?
Ding Dong. What color is this kid? Are you
Black.
trying to zoom in? It's like,
He's-
no, I think I see a white.
He's scrolling through a lot of
It's like
pictures.
there's a white pixel somewhere on this kid.
He's not black. He's brown.
No.
Why?
Is everything you know a lie now?
Why was it set
Look
up?
back
did
at
it happen?
look
Wait,
back
did
at me and realize
what?
that I'm Asian.
The government set this up. They wanted the perfect joke to play out.
They wanted you to look like a goof. They're like, he's gonna think it's a white kid, and it'll ruin his credibility on Twitter.
Hold on, guys.
I think Obama planted that child.
I didn't know that Anonymous
He tapped
published
your phones, dude.
Anonymous published a chilling video demanding action against the Harambe child's parents. And this is a picture of the Guy Fox.
Yeah, two
my
fucking years ago or
They got
whatever.
involved in this. Wow.
How long ago was this
Isn't
shit?
that
Not
fun?
even a year.
Isn't that fun, by the way?
Really?
that anyone
Not a
posts
year?
video like that. So someone who's morbidly obese just wearing the mask is like, "Hey, it's Anonymous here. I didn't like this video that you did on YouTube, and you're gonna have to take it down. Otherwise, we'll come after
We will
you."
not forgive. We will not forget.
Well, we won't forget. We'll forget. Whatever.
We won't Legion. Fuck.
We won't Legion, yeah.
You saw us at the Scientology.
She says, "Buy a
nothing
dog."
happened.
Yeah, they always say like
Remember that?
you know, Anonymous always releases these videos though saying like you will feel our wrath like to Scientology or to Hillary Clinton or whatever, and then you just never see it happen though. That's the thing.
Yeah, not much has been really happening with that. As of
When was the last time Anonymous actually did something?
when they guessed Sarah Palin's password because they used her password hint, and then they said they were hacking when that's not hacking. I hate that, by the way.
That's the thing that people say.
I really hate when people consider that hacking when that's not hacking. That's because that was a security issue on your own end, and anyone easily could have done that.
Hacking requires coding.
Yeah.
Or like when you get on
You're
someone's
finding an
Facebook and say I
exploit.
hacked it.
You're breaking through and finding an exploit to take advantage of it. Like that's completely different as opposed to, oh, she said her password hint is "Who am I married to?" Okay, gee, I wonder. That wasn't the password hint, obviously, but it was something really easy.
What was
that
it?
I forget. It was like something tied to family or like a pet or something.
Oh, it's
it was
like
easy to
rookie
come up
mistake
with.
number 1.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Listen, it's hard. It's hard to have an email address.
I understand.
Have you ever
that.
had one?
No.
It's hard, Matthew.
So this is which episode is this again? This is
I don't
gotta
know.
be-
I don't know what order.
We don't know the orders of these
podcasts.
podcasts yet, but it's
30
weird. It's
something.
weird how podcasts always come to an end.
I
Anyway,
know.
segue. We're ending this podcast now.
Thank you to our 2 guests, Ding Dong and Julian.
Why were you guys?
Thank you to our 2 guests, Matt and Ryan.
Oh, thank you,
why,
Julian.
why were you guys being so hard on black people this time? Like that was 50.
Check out their links in the
That was
description.
like 80% of the discussion.
You baited me into it.
Yeah, but your feelings are your feelings, Matt.
Here
No.
comes Julian with a masturbation. he's pantomiming masturbation for some reason. I just look over.
Because he said baiting.
He said bait!
Get it?
Like masturbate!
I'm
The perfect ending! The perfect ending!